Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I'm the Gothic Rose, and you can find me live on TikTok every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And be sure to catch up on Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon Music. There is also the Welcome to the Den podcast blog on WordPress. And if you have a terrifying tale you'd like to share, please email me at welcometothedenpodcast@gmail.com. But now let's get to the fresh hell of the day on the Daily Dive in 5. I know we are all waiting to hear about this TikTok ban, and there is some chatter here and there on TikTok that it's sticking around. As of now, TikTok is not banned, but if the Supreme Court, which is currently reviewing a law that could potentially ban TikTok if its Chinese parent company ByteDance does not sell the app by January 19th, the ban will go into effect. TikTok plans to shut down completely and go dark. So this is some sad news, but there are so many people who are fighting for our rights. So, of course, ByteDance is fighting this, and U.S. lawmakers, including Senator Ed Markey and Representative Ro Khanna with Rand Paul, are urging President Biden and the Supreme Court to extend the January 19th deadline or prevent the ban from taking effect. They filed, or co-filed, I should say, an amicus brief in addition to Donald Trump's amicus brief. Now, back in 2020, Donald Trump was all for the TikTok ban, but he has since changed his mind. And President Biden signed the legislation on national security grounds, but the bill was put into a must-pass aid package for Ukraine. So it's kind of a weird way to get this ban to go into effect. And the Supreme Court is reviewing the case right now. Everyone is just on pins and needles to see if they will uphold the ban or strike it down based on First Amendment rights, as they should. If not, you can find me on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Red Note. There are many confirmation hearings happening today, and they are for Pam Bondi for Attorney General, Marco Rubio for Secretary of State, John Ratcliffe for CIA Director, Russell Vought for Office of Management and Budget Director, Sean Duffy for Transportation Secretary, and Chris Wright for Energy Secretary. A big change from his first picks in this second administration, but also a big change from his first administration. So everyone, please let me know your thoughts on these choices and confirmation hearings in the comments. I talked about the wildfires on the Celebrity in 3, but they are still raging and battling 2 major wildfires in Los Angeles County. Firefighters are just overwhelmed. The Palisades fire has consumed 37 square miles and is 19% contained, while the Eaton fire has burned over 22 square miles and is 45% contained. And of course, residents remain on high alert as Santa Ana winds continue to pose a threat. All of you firefighters are amazing and brave, and you are doing incredible, incredible things, putting your lives on the line for so many others. Now, for some good news, red dye number 3 has been banned by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. So this has links to potential cancers. So this is a synthetic dye which gives some candies and medications a cherry red color. So this has been linked to cancer in laboratory rats, which are very close to humans. So this is a good ban. We don't want the TikTok ban. We want the red dye ban. And for more good news, this is incredible. Israel and Hamas have agreed to a ceasefire deal pausing a devastating 15-month war in the Gaza Strip. This deal includes the release of hostages held by Hamas and hundreds of Palestinian prisoners in Israel, along with much needed humanitarian aid for Gaza. I could cry. This is amazing. Now let's hope the same for Ukraine. Oh, that's such good news. And of course, to end with some really great news and strange news, because it's not the Gothic Rose if there's not something very interesting and very obscure in my news. I'm going to try to do that as often as possible. So, in Jacksonville, Illinois, a retired physician named Charles Wilson finally achieved his lifelong dream of growing morel mushrooms. After 40 years of trying and failing, Wilson successfully cultivated these elusive mushrooms using a method developed in China. His perseverance and dedication paid off, bringing him a sense of accomplishment and joy. This is incredible. I am very happy for you, Charles Wilson. I love obscure things like that. Congratulations. Thank you for joining me in the den for this daily dive in 5.